Finding Blackguard. You brought the head to Grasar, and you both had a good laugh. He gave you the ward and some gold for your trouble. Now you should go visit the guild, which should be south of the market. Right. Maybe I can rest at the guild. How much money do I have? 356. That's not enough for really anything. I think non-magical full plate is like 1,000. We have a lot of crap, but this is crap. It's not worth 1,000. We have too much carry weight though, so we do have to find a way to get rid of that fairly soon. And marketplace sounds good to me. It has one thing I need to know. We need to be, I think, level 7 before we can have a Blackguard. I need, just for the hiding alone. We got 2 points at the start. We'll get 2 extra points if we by the 6th level, if we stay only as a fighter. But if we take 1 level of something that has hiding as a class skill, we can get to 6 on the 6th level. So the 7th level would be Blackguard then. Right. 2 from the start. 4 levels gives us 2 extra points, leaves us with 4, then 1 extra point to 5 at 6th level. And I'm not sure if Bard has it as a class skill, but that would fit the plan quite nicely. However, in order for this plan to move forward, we need to know, is there value in it? Mainly, fuck it, it's night time. Hopefully the shops are open. Value meaning, does the game cater to those spellcasting needs, items, that sort of thing? The game doesn't really cater to those. It's a waste level, more or less. And where exactly is the market? I basically need to see if there's spell shops or here apparently. Okay, that's exit the city. Seems like nighttime doesn't seem to bother people at all. But if there are good amount of scrolls and usable items, then going for the Bard makes a lot of sense. On the other hand, Sorcerer might have fuck, my charisma is too low to entertain that idea. But we basically don't have any spell casting ability really. Wizard would make more sense. 1 to 4th level spells can be quite useful. I want to be mainly fighter. I have a tendency to play multi-class characters, mainly because they're more interesting to play. But I don't want to lean too hard toward a spellcaster. I want to rely mostly on combat skills. Barrel-handled pipe in. Okay. Hopefully we don't get into a fight. Also need a bow. Gotta have a bow. Any kind of range attack really. More or less just mapping out the city. Which sort of begs the question, why isn't the city map already mapped from the start? Water Baron's Hall. Okay, is this supposed to be the marketplace? Sort of market-like.
Can I help you?
Hi, stranger. I deal in lucrative potions, scrolls, and magical protections. Do you like to see my wares? Yes, please. Yeah, this is sort of shit. Well, a short sword plus one is better than nothing. Not by much though.
Yes, and your brother too, right? Yes, and my sister will be there. Oh, good. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Although that 600 gold would be very valuable. But we can come back here later. Not impressed with the
Can I help
shopkeeper here. I'm not sure. Bow is probably better. Short bow wouldn't be too expensive, although longbow does more damage. And the weight difference is minuscule. Surely there's a proper wizard's power or something like that.
Do business?
Probably should get a belt quickly. Swordsman belts, brawler's belt would be excellent. Minor damage reductions. It's exactly the kind of edge you need to fight against multiple opponents at the same time. Yeah, this is encouraging. The game supports a more of a thief-oriented approach to Blackguard, so it probably supports a caster-oriented approach too. I'm more or less just checking the prices. These belts are incredibly cheap and they would be incredibly useful. Can't afford them now, but we're like at the borderline of affording them. If I sell the +1 short sword, I think we're, and maybe a couple of weaker items, I think we're there. One foot in the boat tavern. Not particularly interested in any taverns. Realistically speaking, spell scrolls would be the most likely useful thing if we do the multi-classing into something that casts arcane spells. Wands would be very low level abilities, probably less damage than pure combat. And not a lot of disabling abilities either. It would be scrolls, and that can get quite expensive, so it wouldn't be something that we would do as a standard practice, more of a, against, yeah, this is a very dangerous opponent, and we need to get some kind of an advantage over it for the fight, so use the scrolls. Hecklar's arms and armors. Probably heavy armor, that sort of thing.
Hello there.
Hi, stranger. Welcome to Hecklar's Arms and Armor. How can I help you? What is this place? Here, my friend, we buy and sell all kinds of weapons and armor. There is no blacksmith here. My entire inventory comes from all kinds of adventurers, much like you in fact. Many of them going up north through the lands of the Orc clans and barbarian tribes. Tell me about the Orc clans. There are many Orc clans near the Evermoors. They sometimes try to raid the city, but our defenses are very good. They're no match for the shield guards. These days, I hear that many of the tribes are at war against each other. Even the trolls are getting involved, so we won't have to worry about them for a while. Tell me about the barbarian tribes. The Uthgard barbarian tribes are everywhere in the north. Moreover, most of them will attack you for just about any kind of reason you can imagine. There are a few who are friendly, though. Hmm. This is a much more expensive place. Anywho. Dark steel. Just 22,000. Jesus fuck. Armor bone stress is good. Okay, that's probably useful if you're evil. What's the 2,500 for full plate? Yeah, this is not a merchant's reaction is favorable. Bullshit. Might as well go for a full plate plus one. It's only 1,000 extra gold pieces. At least here you could get access to a proper weapon. If we take exotic, we could go for a bastard sword. Decent threat range and more importantly, higher base damage. Although the difference isn't exactly massive. I'll keep the magical weapon for now, but definitely actively looking for a replacement. Still need to find a mage's store. Merchant Shingle. Esclindrar's maps, books, and folios. You sell something else.
What can I do for you?
What is this place? I'm Esclindrar, and this is my library. I sell many kinds of books and also some things for those who are adept at magic. I'd like to see your books. Oh shit. Out of curiosity, there probably is something of an interest here.
What can I do for you?
Maybe that's it could be some kind of a code system. Like I don't. Otherwise, I don't see the use for a book. I mean, why even implement the store? Either one of the books has useful information, or you basically buy a certain book and maybe have a code phrase attached to it when you buy it. He asks something, and you answer somehow. So that sort of system. I have a feeling I've seen it in maybe movies or something like that. Death immunity. Okay, it seems like the game has the basic shops that the original game had. Yeah, Lesser Breach spell is the best thing ever. Don't have to worry about high level mages if you have a couple of those. Stone Skin aids a huge amount in any kind of fight. Some kind of disabling abilities would also work. Elemental Shield, Acid Sheet would be basically a sheet. Acid Sheet alone would basically kill another fighter. He would basically just hit you so often that he couldn't deal with the damage he deals himself. Haste is there. Okay, yeah. I think we're going to go for at least one level. But do we really want a bard? The question becomes, do we have any plans to take further casting levels later on? Because there's a big difference being able to rely on your own spells on a regular basis versus having to rely exclusively on scrolls. These aren't exactly cheap. So, but you sacrifice a lot of attack potential if you do that. We would have to look at. Okay, we have intelligence 14, so we could get 4th level spells at maximum. Every odd level, you gain access to new level spells. So 1st level gives access to 1st level spells. 3rd level gives access to 2nd level spells. 5th level gives you access to 3rd level spells. 7th level would be absolute maximum we could hope to try to achieve for. But that's a lot of attack potential wasted if you don't then use those spells on a regular basis. I think it would basically allow us to get Stone Skin. Right. It's more important now because Bard doesn't have that road. But Bard would have quicker access to the Blackguard. I'm leaning toward Bard, so basically treat them all as usables and not really invest too much into spellcasting levels. We could still take later on a couple of extra Bard levels, but the point wouldn't be to get access to a huge amount of spells. The point would be to take advantage of the ability for the Bard to take certain skills. So we should hoard skill points until we get to use a level of Bard. Right. When I get the next level, I need to check what kind of skills Bard has as a class skill, because it doesn't make much sense to take Bard if he can't take the hiding. We'll see. Rather beguiling. Charm person, dominate person, yeah. Be very useful, especially against spider types. Also cost 24,000. Wand of paralyzation, 15,000, but yeah, very useful. Old monster. Wand of summoning, not all that useful. 50 charges, ooh. Summon creatures 4. Actually, I wouldn't. It can summon this 10 times. Summon creature 4 would be, I think, a dire spider. I'd rather take the dire wool. Sinking clouds, fireballs, lightning bolts. Magic missile wand, 1,500. This would be great. But against a target that's incredibly dangerous as in melee, or almost immune to the physical damage we can inflict. So yeah, I see the value in doing this. Can't really afford to do it now. We get less money as these than from the previous merchant. Healer's Kit 1 is a good measuring stick for how good this shopkeeper is. 77 gold for us Healer's Kit plus 1 is a ridiculously high price. It should be closer to 50. Still, we know the options there. That's the important part. There's future in investing in using arcane equipment. Now we just need to find the guild. Hand of Yartar guild. Ah. A lot of thieves. Mass weak.
Greetings and well met.
Hi, stranger. Fagrak is waiting for you in his room. Bag rack. Bag rack. I like him.
I greet you.
Hi, stranger. Bag rack is waiting for you in his room. Harto.
Hi there.
Hi. You should talk to Bag rack. Clara.
Greetings and well met.
Well met.
Looks like a cleric. Well met, Lando Roger. I'm Fargrak. Fargrak, High Priest of Talos, and I have been expecting you. I've been looking for you for a while. I've been told that you could help me. Yes, I can help you. I have been told that you were an apprentice of great potential. But tell me, do you still have your dreams? How do you know about my dreams? He did. He told me about your dreams, and he also warned me of your coming. You don't know who he is, do you? And you probably don't even know how you summoned him in your dreams, do you? What did I do to summon him? Who is he? He never told you. Well, it wouldn't be my place to tell you. I will leave that to him. As for now, you summoned him. You never considered that your desire for destruction might actually call a spirit worthy of your motivations? You must be joking. You are still a novice. That is much as clear. Tell me, what do you want from me? I am not a novice. I'm here to destroy this city. Now can you help me or not? Not a novice. If you say so. Why do you want to destroy Yartar? Yeah, I'd like to hear that too. Because my reasons are my own. I'll never forget what they did. He told me you would help. I see. Now, suppose that I do help you. What do you propose to do to bring this city down? Okay, we can spread the plague, ban the barbarian mercenaries, start with the water baroness and kill her, and kill everybody else one by one. Yeah, these are great plans. Light a fire in every corner of the city and burn Yartar to the ground. Oh my god. Use dark magic, raise an undead army and wipe everyone out. Kill Tribor's Lord Protector and find a way to claim Yartar. Okay. Find a way to spread a plague in the city. It worked in Neverwinter Nights 1. Here's the thing though, it didn't really work there. It required... The plague was fairly well under control. It was more of a weakening thing for the city. It wasn't enough to wipe the city. Also, there were a lot of people there spreading it constantly. And it was some kind of a divine disease that couldn't be basically just cured. So, it's not a way to wipe this city. But it might have some potential. Hire a band of barbarian mercenaries and slaughter everyone. Okay, where are you going to get the cash for that? I'm not even sure would they be willing to work as mercenaries. Blackguard barbarians in Neverwinter Nights 1, the original campaign, were very proud and didn't really mix well with the city folk, so I'm not sure how much potential that has. I think they would have to have their own reasons. But still, again, it might have some potential, but I think it would have to be developed a little bit more. Could start with the water baroness and kill her, and kill everybody else one by one. So yeah, naturally if you can kill everyone, then yeah, you can bring the city down, but that's sort of the problem. You can't. So light a fire in every corner of the city and burn Yartar to the ground. Okay, they're gonna put the fire down. So, and actually the city I think was made of stone, so good luck with that. Use dark magic to raise an undead army and wipe everyone out. Uh, I'm not sure. Does the shopkeeper here has a manual for necromancy that allows me to just create a overwhelming army of the undead that they can't deal with? Kill the Tribor's Lord Protector and find a way to frame Yartar. How would that work? I don't even understand the situation too well to see the possibility. I feel these are all sort of bad choices, but for some of them I don't see why they're bad choices. I'm not a schemer to this extent, I think. I would like to use something to destroy the city. Let's go with the band of barbarian mercenaries. Hire a band of barbarian mercenaries and slaughter everyone. A band? Yeah, so how is this a bad idea? Worthy of Talos' blessing. Destruction until self-destruction. What do you think? Do you believe you alone could fight your way through Yartar's shield soldiers? What about all the armies staying at Tribor? Thanks to the Water Baron's diplomatic skills, they are now allied to Yartar. You will have to do better than that. I think the first stage in any kind of a fight like this, I think, is to try to break down alliances and separate the target. So that if I'd have to make the choice myself, that's where I would basically start to look at opportunities. Two, we don't have an army anyway, so I think there's a we have an ambition, but we have no plan to actually implement it. I see. Now, suppose that I do help you. What do you propose to do to bring this city down? Let's go with the Dildrebor as Lord Protector and find a way to frame Yartar. And you think the two cities would go to war just like that? A new Lord Protector would be elected. The Water Baroness would probably submit willingly or negotiate rather than go to war. A priest would probably cast a lie detector spell on her, as is always the case in these situations, and your efforts would be wasted. Okay, I guess we get to try all of these. Now we only have, I think, the weak ones left. We should find a way to spread a plague in the city. Huh. Do you actually think the same thing that happened in Neverwinter could happen here? The concept is good, but a little too late. Someone has already tried the idea. Now all the cities in the north are prepared for this kind of disaster. The fun thing about the path of destruction is that you have to find a new method every time. Okay. Let's try all of them. I could start with the Water Baroness and kill her, and kill everyone else one by one. Is that what you call a good idea? Perhaps you might sneak into the Water Baroness's hall, sneak behind a few peasants or even some lazier guards. But don't you even think about passing through all the wards placed in Yartar. Some would simply block you, like the one near the shield tower. Others might be more deadly. And even if you did make it into the main keep, do you seriously think you could actually sneak into the Water Baroness's presence unnoticed? Light a fire in every corner of the city and burn Yartar to the ground. Destruction by fire is surely one of my favorite methods. However, there is a big problem with this idea. You see, Yartar is surrounded by the Desarin and the Subrin, two large rivers providing enough water to drown just about any kind of fire. Moreover, many of Yartar's buildings are made of stone, very hard to burn. Okay, what do we still have? Dark magic and undead army. Oh, well, think again. How long do you think those zombies and skeletons would last against the forces of a Temple of Tyr and the biggest Temple of Timora in the north? Good try. I think that's about it. I don't know. I give up. A novice. That's what I said. It's going to take more than just killing few oversized rats in a warehouse to pull this off. Only a true Blackguard of Talos could send this city to its doom. You, on the other hand, would likely get killed in the first moment of battle. I must admit, though, that you do show great potential. If you truly wish to destroy Yartar, I can help you. Show you the way. Teach you what you need. Only a true Blackguard could bring about such destruction. Only then, with the help of the dark powers, will your dream come true. You are not yet ready for the task. You will first need to learn the ways of Talos. What do you say? Will you do it? Will you devote your life to Talos, become my disciple, and I will make you my Blackguard, bred for destruction? Will you submit your soul to the God of Destruction? Not a chance. I don't need help from some Talosian fanatic idiot. Is this your final answer? I suggest you reconsider. Talos can help you destroy this miserable city. I will repeat again. Will you submit your soul to the God of Destruction? I suppose. I don't know what's happening if we don't. And it's our goal, so I don't see any reason not to say yes. Yes, I will follow your lead and do what you ask. I now devote my life to Talos to learn the path of destruction. Good. Together we will bring about the doom of Yartar. Now for your part, before we talk about anything else, I must tell you that I am in the middle of something here. I'm preparing a very special concoction. I will not tell you its nature just yet, for I still need to gather some additional ingredients in order to complete it. Will you help me find them? I'll do it. What I need you to do is to find a belly from a mature fire beetle. You should be able to find fire beetles in the sewers. The mature ones are a bit stronger, but I'm confident you can do the job. Bring a belly from a mature one to me, and then we shall talk a little bit more about your teaching. Agreed? I will return with the ingredient. Excellent. Can I rest here? I don't want to pay. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Shopkeeper. Miss
Hey
Shopkeeper.
there.
Hi there. You're the new recruit, aren't you? And who are you? I'm Freebo, and I'm the one you should talk to if you need any equipment around here. My prices are the cheapest in all the Yartar. I also buy some things as well. You like to see my wares? How much do you... it's not a particularly good shop to sell things. Definitely rogue oriented. With lots and lots of traps. Where exactly can I erase? Thank you. So we were in the sewers already. Wasn't that bad for a first level character, so surely a third level character can deal with it. Since the game seems to follow the original campaign of Neverwinter Nights 1, as far as equipment is concerned, we could basically, I suppose, use almost any weapon, meaning we could start to specialize into something. I would do a sword and shield style. It doesn't look like we're going to be getting a henchman, a regular henchman anytime soon, so wink and a kiss.
What can I do for you?
Hi stranger, what can I do for you? Tell me about this place. This is the Wink and the Kiss festival, my friend. Aside, you will find gaudy decor, warm-scented baths, and gilded draperies. Informality, fun, and easy camaraderie are encouraged here, but please see for yourself. That's what I'll do. Goodbye. We have no particular interest here, but you might be able to get minor tasks. They do reward you, and they might be, some of them might be aligning toward our own alignment. So it's not just a waste of an alignment to do them. The longsword might be a decent thing to focus on. Actually, I'd like to focus on a blunt weapon if I can. For no particular reason. Where's the... I'll go to Hasklar's Arms and Armor. I need to basically see what would be a good choice. My biggest worry is that the game is sort of going to railroad you into some kind of a weapon. It might not, but it also might.
Hello there.
Are they any good? That's the thing. I think the damage is decent, threat range, critical threat is weak, threat range is weak. Light hammer is, yeah, it's piss poor. Need more damage. What about a club? Piss poor damage, threat range poor. Warhammer. Good damage, good critical threat, but or damage multiplier, but the threat range is poor. I think that's the big problem with a lot of these. They don't have a critical threat range. They have decent damage, okay multiplier, but this has the same damage and twice lower base critical, but twice the threat range, and the threat range is a very important thing. Heavy flail would be an exception, but it's two-handed. But the difference is only 2 points, and you lose the entire shield. It just doesn't make sense to me. Alright, I'm not particularly impressed. Katana and Bastard Sword would be exceptions. A little bit higher damage, still good threat range. But they're slashing weapons both. And require additional feet to utilize. So, I don't know. Right, fire beetles. Get a mature fire beetle ready. Sewer entrance.
Has your daughter played you? Yes, it has. Yes, it has. She's up and about now. I'm glad to hear it.
Well, the fire beetles shouldn't be dangerous, but if the warehouse is any indication, the game is throwing a huge amount of enemies at you every time you have to do something. So, yeah, this could be bad. I'm sure we'll survive. We have a huge amount of healing too. Attack rolls of 6 and 1. Excellent. And 1 again. Excellent. Mature fire beetle. I'm not fighting in this shit. If I get dazed, I can't really do anything against the beetle, and it'll be immune to it.
Rip you to shreds!
Yeah. Lucky me. 19. Critical hit. And I'm dead. Unless you hit now. 3 points of health. I might be able to use a medikit to get rid of disease and heal what is the mod. I need to. I absolutely need to get rid of the disease though. Because its status effects it causes don't always leave all that easily. Holy shit. Nah, it's just getting good dice rolls. It should be missing about 3 out of 4 times, more or less. Actually, it's gonna be hitting every time, since I'm the one here playing. One! That went well. Mission accomplished. Well, since we're here, we might as well take a proper look. Black barrels. Black barrels are locked barrels. Spitting fire.
Rip you to shreds!
Let him shoot at me. Not gonna be happy before he gets the poison cloud away.
Rip you to shreds!
And another fucking disease. Not having much luck with the saving throws. Still overall no real problems. So gotta be pleased with that. Should have healed the disease first. Right, anyone else? Bombardier beetle. Ooh. I think the first priority should be a proper armor. It's still 2,500, so I'm very reluctant to buy that. It's cheaper to get a magical belt that blocks damage. I think these are fire spitting enemies. Not 100% sure on that. It's sort of setting. Ooh. Attack rolls 2, 5, 1, 3, 1. Yeah. 9. Why don't I see the stink beetle from here? I guess I don't know.
Nothing walks away! Yeah!
just finish it off. There's maybe a couple of loot containers on the other side, nothing up too important. At best we'll reach 5,000 experience points, so we're not gonna get level up out of this either. Ah, jeez. Saving throw versus poison. Wait, there's still... okay, we've maybe 50% cleansed this map, so... who knows, maybe there's enough enemies here to get the level up. But I doubt it, the fire beetles are basically worthless.
Nothing walks so.
17 experience points. Cleave to the rescue. Well, if these areas are filled with the more valuable enemies, then possibly we could get a level up, but unlikely to get it. We would need to find 9, 10 of them.
Rip you to shreds!
Still, it's not impossible. A couple here, a couple there, a couple there, so that's 6. Then add the fire beetles on top of that, so you get close. That's a great shot, by the way. Buy more arrows. I did notice that there wasn't a place where we could buy an infinite amount of arrows, so there's a limit to what we can get. Just saying that because it might be more sensible to not waste arrows on every little piece of shit enemy we encounter. These aren't that bad that we would need to really rely on arrows. I suppose it helps to mitigate the need of healing, but it's not really necessary. And also, well, they are magical arrows, so you can always buy those if the need becomes that great. $755 experience points to the left. Clarity, antidote, valuable useful things. Okay, 2 rooms still left, door chambers. Seems to be a door there though, so we might not even be able to access it. Fire beetle, spitting fire, fire. I don't think we're gonna get a level up, but We'll probably be around 500 points away from getting it. That's a lot of fire beetles. Yeah, this could be a problem if we don't... Oh! I was about to say if we don't get killed soon, but it's already a problem. It'll get... How much is their attack bonus? +2. So improved expertise is an overkill. Expertise achieves the same thing but gives us more attack bonuses. They'll hit on natural 20s and only on natural 20s. $5,484. Ooh, Stink Beetle. That's another 120. The Fire Beetles too.
Nothing walks away!
Expertise would limit them to critical hits. Without critical hits they can't hit me. I'm more or less suffering from bad rolls from mine. Right. $379 from the level up. Definitely not gonna get it, but getting closer. Maybe just completing this quest enough to get the level up. Not sure where I want to take the guy though. Am I going to take the spellcasting option now, unlock that, or we want to push the fighter as far as it'll go until we absolutely have to take the spellcasting? To me it seems like you would want the spellcasting option sooner rather than later. At the same time, unless you actually have things that you want to cast or can afford to buy, it is a wasted option compared to improving your fighter capabilities. So still, we're getting equipment and resources at a respectable rate, so we're going to reach the point where we have access to those magical equipment very quickly. I'm not sure if there's any point in delaying it. It will push back the level we can get additional attacks, so it's not without its consequences. Right, 345 XP for level up. enemies in that room might do it. Someone has a camp there. Can I even harm this? Yes. So we can at least breach this. But I don't think there are beetles here. This is something else. It looks like, yeah, some kind of storage area, camp. Someone's definitely living here. With any luck, it's a level up. Maybe we can taunt them. We have a few tools already. Unless they're something exceptionally dangerous, we should be fine. I can't really cast the spells. Just keep bashing. I think I need to start managing this inventory. This is god awful. Every time you basically need to find something, this type of inventory it makes it very hard for it to find. But if you have your bottles somewhere, your scrolls somewhere, that sort of thing, it's much easier to just skim through it and pinpoint the item you need. What do we have here? Granim. Okay. Hello, Granim. Are you any good? Very difficult. Hostile. He absorbed piercing damage. That's no good. Because I have a piercing weapon. But it's a magical weapon, so maybe it doesn't matter. I'll play it safe.
Bring it here! Try me!
I'll play here. It's gonna be very hard to successfully taunt him. The attack bonuses are 3 and... what else? It can't be just 3. 4...
Your case shall be
3 and 4. Which means I should be able to go to normal expertise mode and be more or less just protected from him. And his damage resistance absorbs 5 points of piercing damage. Jesus fuck. I think he has a belt of an archer. Thing is, I can't actually do anything about that. So I have to use the weapon that probably don't even really work on him. On the positive side, he can damage me on a roll of 20, and that's all. So I'm still gonna win this, but this is not gonna be a fast fight. Yeah, because I can't damage the fucker. Every hit he'll get is a critical hit. He also has more attacks. Oh, fuck. Pure critical wounds. I'm gonna try to taunt him again.
Bring it here! Try me!
Success. DC 7. 22. That's actually quite good. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna go with the power attack one. Try to overcome his defenses. It'll basically negate the damage reduction. But yeah, he's gonna hit, so simply. Oh yeah, I don't think I can do this. You'll hit about 1/3 of the time, but I think that's too much. And you stopped attacking for some reason. This will depend largely on dice rolls at this point. I can always go to expert mode, but yeah, my dice rolls are 2, 4, 3, so I'll never be able to beat him like this. I need at least 10, something like that. Ooh, look at that, attacks. Dice roll of 1. I think you're right. I'm going to the save game mode now. I'm just not getting the rolls. And that would have killed him in a power attack. Still, my chances of hit are vastly superior to his. Except because he gets better... It's much more lucky. Yeah. He has some more attack bonuses now than he had a second ago. I don't understand why. What the fuck is going on? Is it the taunting attempts? What? Okay, fuck this. Try to hit him. So close. I suppose we learned a valuable lesson here. Have weapons with different damage types always with you. You have a belt, archer's belt, yep. Dagger +2, short sword +1. Probably some kind of sneaksman's boots. Im's cloak, that's ooh, Lily's ring. This doesn't seem to bear any magical power. You see Forever Lily carved into it, so a quest we have done. Maybe we need to find Lily now. Bark skin. Still, that is very valuable on its own, and if we find Lily, that's a level up. And a trap. Still, that's a significant amount of equipment, and money-wise. Do I have a lore potion? Fortitude +1. Elvenkind +2 dexterity, move silently. Archer's belt. Similar will. I guess that's it. Alright, well, Nim's cloak doesn't really do anything for us, so I'm getting rid of it. The boots will. The belt will. Ring of Resistance is in every way better than Ring of Fortitude. And that's about it. After this, even if we sell all the excess crap, unnecessary crap, we'll have thousands of gold pieces, which should help a little bit. I think we want to buy at least a backup weapon. Making a rule of thumb that we have to have weapons of 2 different damage types always with us. Always. If I encounter someone with a greater belt of damage reduction, I'm basically screwed if I happen to do that damage time. overcoming 20-point resistance, even with a power attack, that's a tough one. You have to have a two-hander basically to be able to do that, or be able to do critical hits pretty reliably. I can't do either. Still, I suppose we can report our success. We can search for this Lily character later on. I haven't. There's a lot of taverns and the like I haven't bothered with. Maybe Wink and the Kiss. I'm not gonna go hunt her now. I'll just report my success, sell some gear, and see where that leaves us. I think we're gonna get the level up. We need 168 points. How do we level up? I'm thinking we might go wide instead of focus with the feats. Basically take exotic weapons instead of focusing on a single weapon. So no matter what the game throws our way, we can take advantage of it.
Hello there.
2,888. $5,500. So we're looking at numbers where you could actually buy something useful. The swordsman build. Slashing is by far the most common damage type. I did see a lot of pole arms on the guards. That means they have two damage types, and they'll utilize the one that you're least resistance against. It could also afford a full plate, which would increase our armor class at least by a few points. So I'm buying the swordsman belt. Actually, I'm not buying the brawler's belt now, but I'm thinking of buying it later on. It's a full plate. Full plate 1 plus 1. Give me the plus 1 plate. Might as well. The difference is minor. Right. Significant. We basically have 5 higher armor class stacks for this, and we can do damage mitigation against 2 different damage types. And to think about the armor coloring a little bit, although maybe not the dressing in full black might be a good idea here if we want to keep low profile. Not a fan of full black anyway. Needs something else.
Well met.
I have found a mature fire beetle's belly. Very good. Before my mixture can be completed, I need you to find me a leaf from a Taggart plant. It is a very rare plant, very toxic, but you can still find some in the wild. Return here when you have found one. I will return with a Taggart leaf. Not gonna talk to him about anything. I could have bitched about not learning the ways of destruction yet, but what the fuck is the point? Now, what exactly can a cleric, bard do? definitely going with strength. We need to be able to hit much more reliably. We can only take advantage of these special abilities really. We can afford to lose those attack points. Fight is a class skill, so we basically need to just make a bard at some point. The point doesn't matter. Now we have all the skills we are ever gonna need. I think I would use magic devices. No, I don't think so. Take everything in tumble. Be a little bit of extra bones. Right. This could have certainly been planned better, but this is more or less what we want. Yeah, we can take advantage of these wonderful, wonderful abilities. 6 hit points, 1 strength. Basically, we just opened ourselves up to a lot of arcane item usage. And because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna take additional levels, I didn't want to take use magic items or the like. Just take advantage of the class skills that allow us to move forward with Blackguard. Or do we? There's potential that we might take 4 levels, because it might allow us to an extra attack at level 20 if we ever get to that far. Also, we got 3/4 of our base attack point by taking a single level apart, so we will never see that. We will basically would have to take a couple extra levels to make gains on this. I don't know. I'm not taking any bard levels after this for a while. We'll see how it goes. I don't know the scale of the game. I'll have to basically play the first module through. We know that there's 2 additional modules, but need to see where the first takes us to be able to gauge the how high of a level can we expect. Still, we can light a fire now. And we still got a decent amount of hit points. I think 7 would have been maximum. We got 6. So we're not that far behind on hit point development either. 5 points. Yeah, not that bad. Right. Going to get out of here, get another ingredient. I suppose we'll do that, but I also want to visit the taverns and other places, see if we can get other little jobs, see if we can find a user for this Lily's ring, for example. Maybe we can do these little type of jobs out on the side. They could probably benefit us quite substantially.